he had like a little thing coming off. He had like this cowlick on the front of his head. Like you see that a lot in anime, man. That seems to be like a nice little thing to do. He looked absurd with it though. But
Yeah, it
yeah,
does seem like they're trying to take a lot of the anime tropes and trying to apply into these games, which I don't think the execution is done very well.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
His
I mean,
head looks like a Grim Reaper scythe.
I don't want to go too on about Quest 64, but yes, you spent a lot of time walking. And my thing was, they tried to make Final Fantasy that if you die, you have to go back to your most recent save. The problem is, the save points themselves are stretched miles. I'm not kidding, miles apart. And the enemies at times, there's like there's just no curve. Okay, you'll go from easy enemies to enemies that are flat out stomping you into the ground before you can even react. So that was Quest, man. Also, I was a young kid when I played it the first time, so the unforgiving nature of it really didn't mesh too well with me. I was a retarded child.
I mean, you already know how I feel about games where you have to walk. Like when we was playing Borderlands, obviously I criticized really heavily that one level where we literally had to walk the entire time.
Well, that was baffling level design for me because normally they'll put like a vehicle thing. And so we have a choice of walking or riding. And for me, I like to ride until we get to like a fight, then I'll hop out, fight, then I'll get back in the car, man. Like GTA
Right,
styles.
right. But that whole you have to walk the entire way and zero gravity at that. It was just you know what I'm saying, it was really unnecessary because not only are we slow, we're walking.
I feel like at that point in the game, they really want you to know that this game had zero gravity. They didn't want like the whole moon to pass us by, so they made us walk through it.
I mean,
Like,
I,
hey
I
guys,
guess I, I
so
guess that in that sense that would make sense, but they already made an emphasis because we were running out of oxygen like every 5 seconds in the very beginning.
I mean, I was good enough knowing that I'm on the moon because they told me I was on the moon, so I didn't really
Right.
need to walk around it to a large extent.
I mean, but is the moon really all that interesting to be on to begin with, though? I mean, it's like just a
No,
piece of rock that's floating around the world.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and try to play anybody out and say, yo, Borderlands in the past had so many like vibrant and unique environments. They have. But the moon itself, at times, like that one stretch was the epitome of boredom for me, man.
Right.
Like I didn't care, man. I didn't care the stuff we were fighting. I'm just like launching rockets at it. Like, can we just?
Just get out of here and go. I'm tired of this level.
Oh man,
Okay.
you're gonna have fun too, cause there's a spaceship level that comes up after that, and it's even more tedious.
Oh god. Well, you wouldn't be in space without spaceships, right?
Right, all right. Now, what are your thoughts on this game? Because we've been asking about my experience, man. I mean, you're looking at this. You're
I
looking at
mean,
this. Tell me what
honestly,
you're thinking.
honestly, for me, I don't think I'm ever actually gonna end up playing it. It just looks so one-sided, it's so linear, and it doesn't seem to offer any true variety in what you're doing. It seems like within the first dungeon, you've already pretty much experienced the entire game. And for me, that's a no go. Like I need something to keep me engaged, and at least into the gameplay itself, not just the story, but you
Well,
know what I'm saying, keep me actually playing it.
what if I told you there's magic? Because it's a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, for me, I've never been a real big Magic user in certain games, especially Final Fantasy, because I've always thought they didn't really do Magic very well.
Oh, whoa,
Wait a
whoa,
minute.
what?
Honestly, I
What?
feel like they didn't. Honestly, I
Wait,
feel like they
you're talking
didn't.
about the people that could summon giant
He's
We're
talking
talking about
about the
those
magic in
abortions.
Final Fantasy Tactics was awful, abysmal.
Hey, I already told you how I felt about that one, bro.
You know, yeah. You won't be repeating those things today. I will cut your audio.
I'm just saying, like, you give me four basic spells and that's it, in the early ones, and then in the later ones, when you get to do the summon, the crazy stuff, I'm already past Final Fantasy to no longer enjoy those things.
Well, I
It's
mean,
already became watered down and
wait. By the
garbage.
time you hit four, you had the elemental magic, you had time magic, you had light magic, dark magic, you had stuff like poison, you had time-based magic, and you had summons. And that's just by four, man. I'm pretty sure three had stuff popping, man. Actually, by two, they have more than just the four elements, man. I feel like you really didn't give magic that much of a chance in Final Fantasy.
I honestly, I didn't. I really didn't. I've never, like I said, I've never been a real keen user of magic in any medium, especially not Final Fantasy.
Let's just put it like this: it had more magic than Elder Scrolls Online.
Yo, Elder Scrolls Online was bad to begin with, so
game was such disappointment. I gotta edit that.
How do they go from Morrowind Magic to ESO?
Yo, the thing about it, they had such a prime, you know what I'm saying, thing to get away with there, and they just let everybody down with it.
I
They had the
mean,
potential to be the best.
yeah.
They had the name, they had the setup, they just executed terribly wrong.
My biggest problem with ESO was the fact that somehow they were using a launch build that was behind their latest beta build when it first came out. So there were bugs that were popping up at launch that were actually dealt with. They were reported and resolved during the beta, and for some reason, here they are. They're all back during launch. And so launch was like this huge uphill struggle to get rid of, I kid you not, which was no less than 20 game-breaking bugs. And
Yeah,
the
it
fact
sounds like
that-
the division.
right? Oh, it had a lot more bugs than the Division at launch, actually. ESO was just riddled with it. I remember, like, for example, when our last quest in the game was broken for, like, at least a good 2 days. 2 days straight. You would just have, like, dozens of people standing at the NPC that gave the quest, because you can't finish it. Now, if you think that's horrible, please consider that all throughout the story leading up to that second to last quest, there were also broken quests that you couldn't progress until like a admin or a mod or whatever you want to call it came in and fixed it on the spot.
Yeah, it was the same with when they released it for the Xbox. I actually purchased it for the Xbox, and it was the same exact thing. Like, that's why I stopped playing, because I couldn't finish one of the story mode quests for my characters. So I just stopped playing altogether.
Well, the guild I ran with, they were PvP heavy. They weren't like raiders. They weren't like PvE. But it's cool. PvP was very fun in that game until they broke Cyrodiil somehow and never fixed it. What do I mean? For example, caltrops. If you threw caltrops down, your own caltrops at your own feet, it made you immune to siege weaponry. So you can see how this is useful when you're attacking a fort. If they can't hit you with the catapults, the oil, or anything, because you just throw caltrops at your feet nonstop. It took them a month to fix this.
Yeah, that's pretty silly.
Yeah.
Why would that even be a thing to begin with, though? It makes no sense.
Exactly. And by that point in the game was already 3 months old. The only people who were around were the people who were still playing Cyrodiil. So that's basically what killed the last few people holding on to ESO.
Right.
At least on PC, from what I can see.
And now,
So how do you feel about that
Morrowind?
Morrowind?
People want to end Cyrodiil.
How I feel about that Morrowind?
Are you gonna buy that Morrowind though?
Absolutely not.
You don't want to play a warden and control a bear?
Hey man, I mean, you could put whipped cream on top of a turd, but I'm like, it's still a turd. You put sugar on a turd.
I have to ask a question. Don't we have a character like that in Heroes of the Storm? For free?
Yeah, we do actually.
Yeah, right. There we go, Rexar. Yeah, man, the Morrowind experience.
But it's not Elder Scrolls though.
You can pretend.
You know that's what the fanboys say. It's not Elder Scrolls.
You can pretend just like people who play ESO pretend, because that's not Elder Scrolls.
That's not even close, man.
No, man.
Not even close.
It's
kind of like Fallout 4. Not even. I don't actually think that's actually a true Fallout game.
That's because you got spoiled by 3 in New Vegas. I admit it.
And you know the worst part about it was they let somebody outdo them, which was New Vegas. They let somebody else outdo them in their own game. Like that is sad, man. Sad times.
Yeah. Actually, though, sir, I did want to get your feedback. I mean, you're looking at this video. Tell us what you think about Final Fantasy Ring of the Fates.
Well, one, I think you all already addressed it. Picking up the items, that's a big no-no for me. Yeah, I hate that. I mean, actually, I'm going to design of the monsters. They just look goofy.
Yeah.
The animation was definitely a bit weird.
I
get what they're trying to do, though.
Like the cross between the bat and the owl.
I mean, I read when I was like selecting this game to play. I read a review. They said it's like one of the best looking games on the DS, and I'm wiping my face like, wow, this is gonna be interesting.
I can definitely see that because the DS has never really had good graphics to begin with.
Oh man. Wow.